Welcome to Improve English with Podcast. I'm very happy you're here today. Today, we are going to talk about something very real and very human. Sometimes we feel tired, not just in our body, but in our mind. We feel heavy, confused, or even lost, but we don't always know how to explain it in English. So today, we will learn how to describe those deep feelings. We will talk about emotional burnout, stress, and personal struggles.
This sounds important because honestly, I feel like this sometimes, but I don't know how to say it in English.
You're not alone, Chad. Many people feel this way, even in their own language. That's why today we'll not only learn vocabulary, but also practice how to express these feelings naturally.
That sounds really helpful. Sometimes I just say, I'm tired, but it doesn't feel enough.
Exactly. I'm tired is a good start, but your feeling might be deeper than that. Let's begin with a simple situation. Imagine you wake up in the morning. You slept enough, your body's okay, but inside you feel empty.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
In English, you can say, I feel emotionally drained.
Emotionally drained. So that means my energy is gone, but not physically.
Yes, exactly. Emotionally drained means your feelings are tired. Your mind feels exhausted. You can say, I've been feeling emotionally drained lately.
Oh, I like that. It sounds more real than just tired.
Yes, and it helps people understand you better. Let's try another one. Sometimes you feel like you have too many problems. Work, family, life, everything feels too much.
Oh, yes. That's my life sometimes.
In that case, you can say, I feel overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. I've heard that before.
Good. It means you have too many emotions or responsibilities, and you don't know how to handle them.
So I can say, I feel overwhelmed with everything.
Perfect sentence.
That's going into my daily vocabulary.
That's the goal. Now let's go deeper. Sometimes you feel stuck in life. You don't feel happy, but you're not exactly sad either.
Yes, like nothing is exciting anymore.
Exactly. A great word for this is numb.
Numb, like no feeling?
Yes, you can say, I feel emotionally numb.
Wow, that sounds strong.
It is, and it's very real for many people.
I think I felt that before. Like, I just go through the day, but I don't feel anything.
That's a very honest way to describe it. Now, let's practice a small conversation. I'll start and you respond. Hey, Chad, you seem quiet today. Are you okay?
I don't know. I just feel emotionally drained.
That sounds tough. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I think I've been overwhelmed with work lately.
That's very natural. You've been doing a lot.
And honestly, I feel kind of numb sometimes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Wow, that felt real.
Yes, because you used real emotional language. Now let's talk about another situation. Imagine you are working every day. You don't feel excited anymore. You don't enjoy things like before.
That sounds like burnout, right?
Exactly. A very useful phrase is, I think I'm experiencing burnout.
Experiencing burnout. That sounds very natural.
Yes, it's common in modern life. You can also say, I feel mentally exhausted.
So mentally exhausted is like my brain is tired?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let me try something. I've been feeling mentally exhausted and overwhelmed.
That's an excellent sentence.
I feel like I'm becoming more honest in English.
And that's very powerful, because language is not just for communication, it's also for expressing your truth.
That's true.
Now let's explore a deeper emotional situation. Sometimes you feel like you are not good enough. Even if you try hard, you still doubt yourself.
Oh, that's a hard feeling.
Yes. In English, you can say, I feel insecure.
Insecure. I know that word.
Good. You can also say, I've been struggling with self-doubt.
Self-doubt. That means I don't believe in myself.
Exactly.
That's a very useful phrase.
Let's try a small role play again. Hey Chad, how have you been feeling lately?
Honestly, I've been struggling with self-doubt.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's been on your mind?
I just feel insecure about my abilities.
That's something many people experience.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about.
And you did a great job expressing it.
Thanks. It feels a little lighter when I say it out loud.
That's the power of language. Now let's talk about another feeling. Sometimes you feel pressure, not from others, but from yourself.
Yes, like I expect too much from myself.
Exactly. You can say, I put too much pressure on myself.
That's simple but very clear.
Yes, and very natural. You can also say, I feel under a lot of pressure.
So one is for me and one is from outside.
Very good observation.
I'm learning fast today.
You are. Now, let's combine everything into a longer conversation. Listen carefully, and then we'll practice. Hey, Chad, you look a bit tired. Is everything okay?
I don't know. I just feel emotionally drained.
That sounds difficult.
Yeah, I think I'm experiencing burnout.
Do you know what's causing it?
I've been overwhelmed with work, and I put too much pressure on myself.
That's a lot to handle.
And honestly, I feel kind of numb sometimes.
That must feel heavy.
Yeah, and I've also been struggling with self-doubt.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Wow, that felt real.
Yes, because you used real emotional language. Now, let's switch roles. You try to ask, and I'll answer.
Okay. Hey Mia, how have you been feeling lately?
I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed, to be honest.
I see. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes, I think I've been putting too much pressure on myself.
That's understandable.
And sometimes I feel mentally exhausted.
That sounds really hard.
Thank you for listening.
Wow, this kind of conversation feels really real.
Yes, and this is how people connect in real life, not with perfect grammar, but with honest feelings.
I think this is one of the most important lessons.
I agree. Before we continue deeper, let's review a few key expressions we use naturally. You heard phrases like, I feel emotionally drained. I feel overwhelmed. I feel emotionally numb. I'm experiencing burnout. I feel mentally exhausted. I've been struggling with self-doubt. I feel insecure. I put too much pressure on myself.
That's a powerful list.
Yes, and you already used many of them.
I feel more confident now, not just in English, but in expressing myself.
That's exactly what we want. Because sometimes the hardest part isn't the feeling, it's not knowing how to say it.
That's true.
And today, you're learning how to give your feelings a voice.
I like that. Give your feelings a voice.
Yes, and we're just getting started. Let's continue with something very real. Sometimes, when people feel overwhelmed for a long time, they start to feel disconnected from everything around them.
Disconnected, like I'm not really present?
Yes, exactly. Like you are there physically, but your mind feels far away. You can say, I feel disconnected from everything.
That sounds very accurate.
You can also say, I feel distant.
Distant, from people or from life?
Both. You can say, I feel distant from my friends, or I feel distant from everything lately.
I think I've felt that before. Like even when I'm with people, I still feel alone.
That's a very honest feeling. In English, you can say, I feel alone even when I'm around people.
Wow, that sentence feels strong.
Yes, because it expresses a deeper emotional truth. Now, let's explore another situation. Sometimes you feel like your mind is too full, too many thoughts, too many worries.
Oh, yes, especially at night.
Exactly. You can say, my mind is racing.
My mind is racing. That means I can't stop thinking?
Yes, your thoughts are moving very fast. You can also say, I can't switch off my brain.
That's me every night.
You're not alone. Let's build a small conversation with this. Hey, Chad, you look tired. Did you sleep well?
Not really. My mind was racing all night.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I just couldn't switch off my brain.
That happens when you have too much on your mind.
Yes, I think I've been overwhelmed again.
That's a very natural way to express it.
I like how these sentences connect together.
Exactly. Real conversations are not just one sentence, they flow naturally. Now, let's talk about another emotion. Sometimes you feel like you're stuck in your thoughts. You keep thinking about the same problem again and again.
Yes, like I can't move on.
Right. You can say, I'm overthinking.
Overthinking. I use that sometimes.
Good. You can also say, I can't stop overthinking things.
That sounds very natural.
And very common.
I think many people are overthinkers.
Yes, especially when they feel stressed. Now let's go deeper. Sometimes people feel like they are not in control of their emotions.
Like emotions are too strong?
Yes, you can say, I feel emotionally overwhelmed.
That's similar to just overwhelmed.
Yes, but stronger and more emotional.
Okay, I understand.
You can also say, I feel out of control.
That sounds serious.
It can be, yes. Let's try a deeper role play. Hey, Chad, you've been quiet lately. What's going on?
I don't know. I just feel disconnected from everything.
I'm here for you.
My mind is always racing, and I can't stop overthinking.
That sounds really heavy.
Yeah, I feel emotionally overwhelmed sometimes.
That's a lot to carry.
And honestly, I feel alone even when I'm around people.
Thank you for sharing that.
It's hard to say these things.
And you're doing it very well.
It feels more real when I use these words.
That's the goal, to help you express what's inside you. Now, let's shift slightly. Sometimes people feel pressure to look okay, even when they are not okay.
Oh, yes, pretending everything is fine.
Exactly. You can say, I'm just pretending to be okay.
That feels very honest.
You can also say, I'm not okay, but I don't want to show it.
That's something many people feel,
Yes, especially in social situations.
like at work or with friends.
Exactly. Let's practice that. Hey, Chad, how are you?
I'm okay. Actually, I'm just pretending to be okay.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, I didn't want to show it before.
That's understandable.
But saying it feels lighter.
That's very important. Now, let's explore another feeling. Sometimes you feel like you don't have energy for anything. Even small tasks feel difficult.
Yes, like no motivation.
Exactly. You can say, I'm unmotivated.
Unmotivated. Simple and clear.
You can also say, I don't have the energy to do anything.
That's very real.
Or, I feel drained all the time.
That connects with emotionally drained, right?
Yes, very good connection. Now, let's build a longer, more natural conversation. Listen carefully. Hey, Chad, you haven't been yourself lately. Is something wrong?
Yeah, I feel disconnected from everything.
Do you know why?
I think I've been overthinking too much. My mind is always racing.
That sounds exhausting.
It is, and I feel unmotivated all the time.
That's really hard.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just pretending to be okay.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, I didn't want people to worry.
That's very thoughtful, but your feelings matter too.
I know. I'm trying to be more honest.
And you're doing a great job.
This kind of conversation feels very meaningful.
Yes, because it's real communication. Now, let's do a speaking practice together. I'll say a situation and you respond naturally. Ready?
Ready.
You can't sleep because you keep thinking about your problems.
My mind is racing and I can't switch off my brain.
Perfect. Next situation. You feel like you are not connected to people anymore.
I feel disconnected from everyone.
Very good. Next, you feel too many emotions at once.
I feel emotionally overwhelmed.
Excellent. Next, you act like everything is fine, but it's not.
I'm just pretending to be okay.
That's perfect.
This is actually fun.
Learning becomes easier when it connects to real life.
I agree.
Now, let's go even deeper into emotional expression. Sometimes people feel like they are losing direction in life.
Like I don't know what I'm doing anymore?
Exactly. You can say, I feel lost.
That's simple but powerful.
Very powerful. You can also say, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
That sounds very honest.
Yes, and very human. Let's try one more emotional conversation. Hey, Chad, you seem different these days. What's on your mind?
I don't know. I just feel lost.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I feel disconnected from everything, and I keep overthinking.
That sounds really heavy.
It is, and I feel unmotivated most of the time.
I understand.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just pretending to be okay.
Thank you for trusting me with that.
It feels easier to say it now.
That's a very important step.
I feel like I'm learning more than just English.
That's the beauty of language learning. You're learning how to understand yourself and how to share that with others.
I really like that.
And we're going to continue building that confidence one honest sentence at a time. Let's take everything we've explored and bring it into real life. Because learning vocabulary is one thing, but using it in meaningful conversations, that's where real growth happens.
Yeah, I feel like now I have the words, but I still feel a little nervous to use them in real situations.
That's completely natural. When emotions are involved, it can feel even harder to speak. So let's practice something very important today, opening up in a real conversation.
That sounds a bit scary, but also helpful.
I'll guide you. Imagine you're talking to a close friend, someone you trust. You don't need perfect sentences, you just need honesty. Let's begin. Hey, Chad, you've been quiet lately. Is everything okay?
Not really. I've been feeling emotionally drained.
I'm here for you. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I think I've been overwhelmed with everything.
That sounds really hard.
It is, and sometimes I feel emotionally numb.
That must feel heavy.
Yeah, and I've been overthinking a lot. My mind is always racing.
That can be exhausting.
It really is, and I feel disconnected from people.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
I didn't realize how much I needed to say that.
And you said it beautifully.
It feels relieving.
That's the power of expressing your emotions. Now let's try another situation. Sometimes you may not want to share everything, but you still want to be honest.
Yeah, like I want to say something, but not too much.
Exactly. You can say, I'm not feeling my best today.
Oh, that's softer.
Yes. Or, I've been having a rough time lately.
That sounds very natural.
And it opens the door without pressure. Let's try that. Hey, Chad, how are you?
I'm not feeling my best today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk?
Maybe a little. I've been having a rough time lately.
I'm here to listen.
Thanks, that means a lot.
You see? Simple, honest, and natural.
Yeah, I like that I don't need to explain everything at once.
Exactly. Now let's talk about something important. Sometimes when people feel this way, they also feel guilty for feeling this way.
Guilty? Like I shouldn't feel this way?
Yes. You can say, I feel guilty for feeling this way.
That's very real.
Or, I feel like I shouldn't complain.
Oh, I've said that before.
Many people do. But your feelings are valid.
It's nice to hear that.
Let's build a deeper conversation with this. Hey, Chad, you've been quiet. What's going on?
I don't know. I've been feeling overwhelmed.
That sounds tough.
Yeah, and I feel guilty for feeling this way.
Why do you feel guilty?
Because other people have bigger problems, and I feel like I shouldn't complain.
Your feelings still matter.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
And you expressed it very clearly.
I feel more confident now.
That's a big step. Now let's move into a slightly different moment. Sometimes you start to feel better, but slowly.
Like small progress?
Exactly. You can say, I'm starting to feel better.
That's simple and positive.
Yes. Or, I've been taking things one day at a time.
I like that. It feels calm.
Yes. It shows patience with yourself. Let's try a gentle conversation. Hey, Chad, how have you been lately?
I think I'm starting to feel better.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm just taking things one day at a time.
That's a healthy approach.
I still have difficult days, but it's improving.
That's very honest and strong.
I feel proud of that sentence.
And you should be. Now let's bring everything together in one final natural conversation. This time, just listen and feel the flow. Hey, Chad, it's been a while. How are you feeling now?
I've been better, to be honest. I was feeling emotionally drained and overwhelmed before.
I remember you shared that.
Yeah, and I was overthinking a lot. My mind was always racing.
That must have been exhausting.
It was, and I felt disconnected from people.
That's a difficult place to be.
Yeah, and sometimes I felt guilty for feeling that way.
That's very human.
But now, I think I'm starting to feel better.
I'm really glad to hear that.
I'm just taking things one day at a time.
That's a strong and healthy mindset.
It feels good to say that.
And it sounds very natural.
I feel like I can finally express what's inside me in English.
That's something to be proud of.
Thank you, really.
Wernie, you've done something very important today. You didn't just learn vocabulary, you learned how to express your emotions honestly.
Yeah, it feels different from normal learning.
Because this is real life language. This is how people connect. This is how people support each other.
I think this will help me in real conversations.
It will. And remember, you don't need perfect English to express real feelings. Simple words spoken honestly are enough.
That's very comforting.
And before we close, I want you to remember a few simple truths. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to not be okay. What matters is that you can express it.
Yeah, and now I feel like I can.
That's the beginning of confidence.
Thank you for guiding me through this.
You're always welcome. And to everyone listening, take care of your mind, your feelings, and your voice. You deserve to be heard.
And you deserve to express yourself, even in simple English.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We're really glad you're here.
Take care and keep practicing.
And remember, your voice matters.